Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk Free Guy. So this was a 20th Century Fox film, Disney film, with Ryan Reynolds, Jodie Comer, Taika Waititi, the kid from Stranger Things, can't remember his name. Based, I want to say it's very much sort of based on Fortnite from what I've seen. I do not play Fortnite. I have never played Fortnite, but it very much looks like one of those sort of MMO like games. Really, it is based solely around the Ryan Reynolds character being an NPC who sort of wakes up one day and starts to develop his own character and his own sort of development of characteristics and grow as a person. Jodie Comer and the kid from Stranger Things, they have their own story in the real world, where they are trying to take down Taika Waititi because he stole their code for the game that they wanted to release. I think in the film it's like sort of 6 or so years ago, and obviously Ryan Reynolds is a big part of that because he's Ryan Reynolds. Overall, it's an incredible film. It is so much fun. It really is. And I have no qualms about saying that this is probably the best video game film I have ever seen. There are many nods to video games. There's probably a lot of things in the backgrounds that I didn't miss the first time. I can't wait to kind of see it again to see what I would recognise sort of second and third time. Just to the point of seeing background characters just constantly sort of bumping into walls or like jumping as people do when they're just figuring out the buttons or trying to manoeuvre around a map where they think they're going the right way and they don't realise it. The fact that sort of the NPC characters are talking about, oh, this is a glitch, you're a glitch, you're a glitch. Everyone's any video game player will always see the glitches. There are some incredibly funny ones on YouTube of some very mainstream sort of like A+ rated titles. They all have glitches. I mean, I loved the little things about it. I think one of my favourite little things was there was I couldn't even see the car in the background, but it was a car in the background that it was just constantly sort of changing colour every sort of couple of seconds. That I found just so funny because it's just one of those things that everyone does it. You've got your car and you kind of go, oh, I need to look through the colours and like this one, no, this one, then this one. I guess, like I said, there's so many of those little sort of gaming nods that it was just consistently funny all the way through. As much as I'm not a big fan of Taika Waititi and his methods on social media and to be honest, his films in general so far, I haven't seen a few of them though, so I will stop that short. He was actually very good in this. I mean, I have to admit, he is a great actor. He's a very good comedy actor. Ryan Reynolds, I mean, as standard, just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, and it's like everything he does at the moment is just pure gold. It really is. I do not want to ruin this film. I really, really, really don't. But it's a Disney film. It's a Disney film. There are references. There are very funny references. I will leave it at that. Because I'm not going to lie, the things that happen in it for those references just took my breath away. I was in hysterics. I was almost crying with laughter. It was that funny. It's incredibly well written. I wanted to look up who the writers were. Incredibly well written, incredibly well directed. I want to say like the first 20 to 30 minutes of it it very much seemed like a sort of Deadpool-esque film, with the narration over the top, with the way that the guy, the Ryan Reynolds character, reacts to certain things. He is a very versatile actor, Ryan Reynolds, but I do think there is a massive shift in what he's done recently. That for me, he's just Deadpool in pretty much everything. I think the first 20 to 30 minutes of the film was very much this is Deadpool in a video game world. Once you get past that, I think when the character starts to grow, it gets us a little bit better and not the kind of Deadpool-esque. And it still maintains its comedy all the way through, and it's still incredibly funny. So with that being said, I would love to hear the writing staff on this and the director would be doing the new Deadpool. If this came out, I can't remember if we know who they are at the moment, but as in the people that are going to be writing, directing Deadpool. But if that was to be released, I would be absolutely ecstatic. I think it'd be an incredibly good team to handle the character. They have done a phenomenal job at what you would essentially call the Fortnite film. Yeah, there's not too much more I can say about it, to be honest. Like I said, I do not want to spoil this film. It has some incredible moments to it, even down to a point of a first-person shooter sequence, which was great. And I think any video game film that can incorporate that into it, it just levels up a little bit. But I mean, overall, like I said, this is incredibly fun, and I would highly recommend it. Just go and see it if you can. We went to go and see it in, I want to say, was it 3D, 4DX? I remember most of the way through the film, it was pretty good. There was one particular sequence that got a bit much, to be honest. I don't. It was something that I kind of thought of when it came to the 3D. When 3D was in its infancy, it was 3D of everything, and it didn't develop, and now it's got to the point where I think 3D has got to the point where it is good. I think 3D is the best when it's got the depth rather than things coming out at you. The things coming out of you is okay for it's like a jump scare kind of thing, but the best kind of 3D is the depth, and it was a great film for that. In terms of the 4DX, again, I think this is where it needs a bit of time to adjust, because overall the 4DX aspect of this was again fun, and it really heightened the experience of the film. But when there's certain moments that are just over the top, getting pummeled in the back or just shot up with a spray of water, it gets a bit frustrating. But despite those very small things, this film was incredible, and like I said, highly recommend it, and I cannot wait to see it again. Guys, if you have seen Free Guy, please let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Don't forget, again, to like, share, and subscribe, because that really, really does help me out. And I'll see you all in the next video.